Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be gauging the sex of your baby. Many people are in the early stage of pregnancy and they're like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm carrying a boy or I'm carrying a girl." So if you're pregnant right now and you're wondering the gender of your baby, then this video is definitely for you. Grab yourself some snacks, relax, and let's unveil the signs that could tell you if you're carrying a boy. Gender prediction is one thing that has never been backed up by science. You know why? Because it's science. But however, a lot of women, as well as myself, have been able to attest that most of these old wife tales could be true. Okay, the first on my list is severe morning sickness. Like heavy morning sickness. In the morning, throughout the day, even at night, you keep vomiting. You're very fatigued, like you're very weak. You can't even stand up and carry out your activities of daily living. Normally, when you're pregnant, definitely you are going to be weak, but at least not to the extent of not being able to bathe yourself, to eat. Many mothers who were pregnant and had a baby boy, they said they were very nauseous, like the morning sickness was out of it. So if you're experiencing severe morning sickness, you're very weak, extremely tired, that you're not even able to carry out your activities of daily living. Who knows? You could be carrying a baby boy headache, like migraine. Most mothers who were carrying baby boys said they had severe headache. Like for myself, when I was pregnant for my first baby boy, I had serious headache. Like paracetamol could not stop this headache. Tylenol could not stop this headache. Drinking a lot of water, having so much rest could not stop this headache. Even I had to go as far as doing some tests to see possibly if I had malaria or typhoid, and I never had such things. So when this headache is so much, like your head is blowing off, you could be carrying a baby boy. Having severe headache or migraines during your early pregnancies that could even last up to the second trimester, last trimester, could be a sign that you may be carrying a baby boy. The baby's heart rate. When the heart rate is above 140, for most people it's believed that they are carrying a baby girl. But when it's below 140, like 130, 129, like when I was pregnant for my son, whenever I go for scan, 130, 120, it never crosses 140. And fortunately, it was a boy, so who knows? When the heart rate is below 140, there could be chances that it's a boy. Shape of your tummy. Like, this is a very crazy sign, but it really works for most women. Now, most people will tell you that when they are pregnant and they are carrying a girl, their tummy normally used to be round. But when you're carrying a baby boy, your tummy is oval and it goes down. It happens in many pregnancies, but it's not always an absolute. Most women can be carrying a boy and their tummy will be brown. But majority of women, when they are carrying a baby boy, their tummy is oval and what is pointing towards the down. So observe your pregnancy and see if this is gonna work, and you let us know in the comment section the shape of your tummy and what you finally had. Glow. And I don't know for any other person, but having a baby boy, your skin normally used to be glowing. Like I've seen it in many occasions. When pregnant women are carrying a baby boy, they look very beautiful, their skins are very shiny, unlike when they're carrying a girl. I don't know about you, but figure it out. Observe your pregnancy and see if during your pregnancy is your skin normally dry or shiny. Do you look very beautiful? Who knows? It could be a baby boy. Another myth says that when you're carrying a baby boy, you have a thicker hair, like a fuller hair, a thicker hair. But if you're carrying a girl, your hair doesn't look thick and doesn't look full. Like the old wives still normally says that due to your carrying a girl, you must share your hair with them. So they have a way of taking off your hair and making the fuller hair go down. Well, personally, like I earlier said, these are just old wife tales and myths. They've worked for some people. So observe yourself, know which one is working for you, and let us know in the comment section. Boob size. Some people say that when they are pregnant and they are carrying a boy, their right boobs is always bigger than the left boobs. And some women confirm that when they're pregnant for their boys, that their right boobs was bigger than the left boobs. Observe yourself if you're pregnant for that. See if truly at the end of the pregnancy, if you had a boy or a girl. But many people confirm that this is always working for them to confirm the gender even before an ultrasound scan is done. Sleeping position. Myself, when I was pregnant for my first son, I always loved sleeping on my left side. That's the only position that normally gives me comfort. I always wonder why I always get my comfort from the left side while I want to sleep. And most women confirm that they always like sleeping on their left side, and finally they had a baby boy. Well, find it out and let us know if your sleeping position determines the sex of your baby. Most people say that when they are carrying a baby boy, that their urine is not usually darker and very, very yellow. When I was pregnant for my son, I usually pee, and my pee has always been yellow, like yellow. So this could be a discovery. Observe the color of your urine. When you finally go for an ultrasound and find out the gender of your baby, then you can compare these signs and see if it tallies with what you have. Sex. When you're pregnant for a boy, you're always sensitive to your smell. Like everything, you just pick up the smell. Like it's normal for some women to have a very high sense of smell, but to the extreme where you know that someone dropped a medication here. Like you just go into someone's house and say, this house is smelling like there are medications here. You go here and smell it, someone just cooked this. Like your sense of smell is very high, that you can detect any kind of smell. Most people say that when you have a very extreme high sense of smell, you could be carrying a baby boy. Let's figure it out and see if this old wives' tale tallies with what you're having. Gaining weight on your tummy. Most people say that when they are pregnant for a girl, they have a distributed form of weight. They have weight on their face, they gain weight on their face, on their hands, their legs, their tummy, and everywhere. But they say that when you're carrying a boy, all those weight is what is just being sectioned towards your tummy, and keep getting weight in your tummy, and you other part of your body, no form of weight gain. Figure it out, let us know which one is true. Mood swing. When you're carrying a baby boy, you get easily agitated. This moment you are very, very angry. The next moment you're crying. As in, you're very angry, you're very happy, but the part of you being happy is not much. You are more of like being angry, little thing that someone just does that could be pardonable. You get so agitated, you get so angry. This moment you're very sad. The next moment you are very, very happy. Blame it on the hormones. And the old wives' tale says majority of people who have a very high mood swing, it's always attributed to having a boy. The last on my list is intuition. You know what? This intuition works very well. No matter how you see it, you yourself have this feeling of what you're carrying. Your intuition tells you, I just feel like I'm carrying a girl. I just feel like I'm carrying a boy. And bam, when you don't have ultrasound scan, it could be that. You know, it normally works for a lot of people. When I was having my second child, I was desperately wanting a baby girl. And you know what? Even when I said buying things for my baby girl, I just bought things for girls. Like I just had this intuition. Like I had this belief that it's gonna be a girl. Like I don't care about what people say. I don't think anything. I just want the baby girl. I was buying things for my baby girl. I was buying clothes for my baby girl. I was doing decorations for a baby girl. And when I finally did the scan, it was a baby girl. So your intuition works. And for most people, they'll tell you that they, in their dreams, saw the sex they are carrying. Majority of women said even before they give birth to their child, they already know what they are carrying, even if they don't do a scan. It's very, very possible. However, in one of my videos, I did an extensive talk on sex selection. In as much as, yes, you're wondering if you're carrying a boy or you're carrying a girl, you can still actually calculate properly and determine the sex you are carrying scientifically. So you can watch one of my live videos where I explained extensively about how you can determine the sex of your baby by, you know, the right timing. You can watch that video. I'll post the link in my description so that you can watch the video and you can properly determine the sex that you're going to carry in your next pregnancy. Remember, this is just an old wives' tale. Some people say they are myths, you know, they have no scientific backup, they have no scientific rationale, so you don't quote me right now and say, Motherhood with woman says that since I'm peeing darker or I'm having a glowing skin, I'll definitely have a boy. Unfortunately, you did a scan and you're carrying a girl. These are old wives' tales. They work, they don't work, and they have no scientific backup. Thank you guys for watching my video. You can go to my channel, watch my videos, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed what you're watching. Share the video to expectant mothers. Join my little family. Let's keep growing. See you guys in my next video. Bye.